What are we doing?
Going to Bethnal Green.
Why are we going to Bethnal Green?
Because I'm going to show you my old estate. And we're going to have a laugh, meet my mate Emmanuel. And yeah, might be a pie mash.
Well, let's get in the car.
Yeah, hold up. I've got to find the key. Right, we've gone past Shoreditch.
Yeah.
The gentrified area and Oxton. And this is Hackley Road. This is my old neighbourhood. Well, you're going to meet Emmanuel tonight. Emmanuel was 4 years older than me, St. Lucian guy. And they kind of taught me to dance. But we never had any money. That's the other thing. We never had any money. So we were never into drugs. We couldn't really buy a lot of alcohol. So we just used to dance. My life is a third of the time in America, a third of the time on a film set, a third of the time at home. I pine for these guys, you know, I miss them. People don't understand what a crazy life it is. It's like, if I was a big film star, they do 1 or 2 films a year. I do literally about 6 films a year because I'm always the out of focus best friend. I'm not the lead. So I've done like 120 films. When I look back now, in retrospect, I realise that there's certain films that affected me. When I was a kid, I used to sit on my dad's knee and watch movies, and he would always watch. His favourite actors were Robert Duvall and Gene Hackman. And I remember watching The Godfather, which is actually my favourite film. And I was always drawn to Robert Duvall because he was so silent and did so minimalist in what he did, but so expressed so much by doing so little. And my old man always used to say, he plays a good part, doesn't he? He plays a good part. And I always thought, what does that mean, he plays a good part? And so I began to realise, get an appreciation of acting even then, really. Raymond! Ray! Hello, mate! Sorry, it's my mate Raymond. He used to work for BT. Got a lovely pension. Fucking, remember telling me. Got a diamond pension then. Got a diamond pension, broke now. Our Polici's closed up. I should get a bagel.
It was that. It was Polici's. Yeah, that's what we should do.
Get a salt beef bagel, yeah?
Bagel.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I reckon my kids will end up moving back here, but they probably won't be able to afford it.
Yeah. Which is the one?
This one. How you going?
Where are you, Ed?
You good?
Yeah, change on the way out, Ed.
I'll do it on the way out, yeah?
No drugs and drink. I'm good, Ed, man. I'm clean. I've had something to eat, Ed.
What do you want? You want a coffee?
I've had something to eat. I just had the money,
You
Ed.
want a donut?
I've had something to eat. Honestly, Ed. Yeah,
All
I've
right.
had some money, Ed. How are you still acting?
Yeah, you good?
Still acting? Still acting?
Yeah, yeah?
God bless you, Ed.
Alright, got luck. 2 salmon cream cheese. Yeah, sorry, darling. And can I get 6 donuts, please? What does he have out there, usually? Cup of tea? Get me a donut, yeah, or get me a muffin and a cup of tea.
Thank you.
When I left in the late 90s, he was all right. And then I came back here to shoot a movie, and we were shooting on Brick Lane, and he was like that. And that was nearly 7-8 years ago. And he was like that then. And he's still alive, but he's like that.
Is there a film that made you want to be an actor? Yeah.
I think Bob Hoskins was a massive influence. To watch films like The Long Good Friday and to hear someone like Bob Hoskins speak, and for that character to be the protagonist, for the story to be told through that character. I remember he swore on screen and it was authentic, it sounded real. It didn't sound fake. Usually you'd hear someone swear and it never sounded right. And he swore, and I remember thinking, God, it sounds just like my dad. And that was a big effect on me, I think. This is where I was born, here.
Okay.
Brought up here, not born here. At the age of 4, and I left when I was about 28.
Take me out.
So that used to be the old people's landing. That used to be my house there.
Up here?
Yeah, up there. You got your slippers on?
No. Because your shoes.
Did he always live here?
No, he lives up there with his mum. Very good. This is great.
Hey, mate, I'm great.
Pleasure.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. How is you?
You ready to dance already?
No, it's not happening, man.
Come on, it is. Good to. Eddie, get him dancing. Come on. Get him dancing.
Eddie.
No, he's good. He taught me to dance.
Come on, yeah, dance. Come on.
No,
Dance.
he's my big brother. My mum used to say to him, I'd get him home by 10 o'clock and he'd get me home by 10 o'clock. Even if he was pulling a bird, he'd have to get me home by 10 o'clock. We never had any money.
Is this stills, is he?
There's still
on
a video.
film. I'm videoing. This is video.
I'm not on here.
No, you are.
No.
This is going to go worldwide, mate.
No.
Emmanuel had two brothers. There were 3 boys and 2 sisters. When I spent as much time in their house, probably more time in their house
Than your own.
than my own.
Yeah, definitely. So everybody used to come, all nationalities, really. Everyone was welcome.
Yeah.
To have the rice and peas and chicken.
Oh no! And if you walked in the kitchen, you'd have to put water on the rice to make sure it didn't burn.
The pot was really
Yeah,
cool.
The food
and
was
she would
always there.
feed us all,
Yeah.
and she was just a cleaner, single mother, bringing up 5 kids on her own, and feed everybody else as well.
The whole neighbourhood. Yeah.
Amazing,
Everybody was welcome.
amazing.
Amazing.
Good times.
He is a fantastic dancer.
Come on.
And he's an artist.
Come
and he
on,
was
let's
a model.
dance. We gotta dance. You gotta dance. Come on. You gotta dance.
Let's do a couple.
Yes, man. Yes.
Go on, Patrice Russian, forget me not. You fucking could have done better than fucking Patrice Russian. I mean, I could have put a bit of fucking James Brown on. So when I get back to LA, I get off the plane and every sign I start reading spontaneously, and even my thoughts start in a Boston accent.
Really?
Even, yeah.
Do it now.
Man, are you sure? There's a trans Alps. You gotta, because if I read the signs, and the signs will kind of tell me what I gotta do, you know. And gotta look at the car, and the kids in the car.
So keep the accent going. I want to ask you a film question.
As Terry.
Yeah, Terry.
All right.
What's your favourite film, Terry?
As Terry. I think probably Turner and Hooch. I'm not doing any drops.
I'm not dropping now.
Come on,
little
then.
move.
Yeah, go.
Minute.
Yes.
Come on, little solo.
I was going to do a drop then.
Oh,
I could have did it.
no, something. She's just brilliant. Yes!
See, up north, they call that a wig and roll. And this, he taught me this as well.
The wiggle leg, yeah?
You shake your legs.
Wicked. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right.
You're my big brother.
Oh.
When I was about 17, 18, left
Yeah,
here,
left here and then a right onto Old Street.
there was the Face magazine. Remember the Face?
Yeah, I used to work for them.
The Face did a cover of all the young British actors.
Yeah.
And there was Gary Oldman, Tim Roth, and I was mesmerised by this photograph right here,
Yeah.
of all these famous young actors. And Gary was the one who stood out above them all, you know. Gary's just phenomenal as an actor and a director as well, really. There's a photographer, or I know who he knows, called Jack English.
Yeah, it's his photographer.
Yeah, and Jack, I was doing a film and Jack was
Jack was the unit photographer.
unit photographer, and he said to me, and I was talking about Gary, and I said, I'm a big fan of him I am. And Jack said, I got a message from you from Gary, and it was an email, and all it said was, Eddie, be an international actor. And it was a wonderful. What he was saying was, don't be a London actor.
Yeah.
You know, try and work with people from different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds. You know, and it was really lovely. It was really short. I've never spoken to him since. I don't know him personally, but it was quite a profound thing to say, really. There was once a great argument between Mrs. Camp and her son, and he was saying to her that he said, my father, you destroyed my father. My father was a good man before you divorced him. I mean, the old man was a right trouble. My father was a good man before you destroyed him. I loved my father. And she turned around and said, he's not your fucking father.
It's your old home.
Yeah, I don't know who lives here now.
It's got the green door now.
Yeah. I used to live here now. I used to live here.
How long for?
From 1972, when I was 72. I was 4, and then I left when I was about 28. When I left.
Wow.
Yeah. Your dad wasn't around, was it?
No.
So
Dad,
he was like your.
There wasn't many dads around.
No. Every dad, there was a court order. If you saw someone's dad, you had to tell their mum, and they'd
call the police.
They called the police. Dad's meant phone the police. My mum got me a T-shirt once that said "One race, the human race," and I used to go and stand on the corner, and because the NF used to walk past, and we'd all swear at them when they walked past.
They came, the National Front came, and Alan, my brother again, was into his comic books, and into his it was Charles Atlas at the time, bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So he used to do a lot of the bodybuilding, and I remember he came out, and he just flexed up into a big muscle bodybuild thing, a superhero character, just flexed up, and they all looked at him and they all ran away. And so it was a victory for us. Alan scared the whole of the National Front.
I was talking to someone the other day about all this stuff now with this populism and racism and Trump now.
That's where it's coming from.
This is where, but we were dealing with that then. You know what I mean? We were dealing with those issues now. So when you hear politicians trying to talk their language or trying to bend to them or yield to them, you can't yield to them. You can't bend to them. You just got to call them out. We've been calling them out all our lives.
Yeah.
What do you think have been the strongest female roles?
Not sure. I think Imelda in Vera Drake was amazing. The wonderful thing about Vera Drake is she's a great mother, but an abortionist.
Yeah.
You know, I love paradox in characters. I love characters that have like that, like Vera. Vera is a great mother and an abortionist. I love that. We laughed so much on Vera Drake with Imelda, and there was a scene where they did this big rehearsal, and it took, I think everyone was doing it, it was in character for like 15 hours, and it was going to be when the police come and arrest Vera. Now, Imelda and me have got a similar sense of humour, so just before the police knock on the door, we're having this party to celebrate Reg marrying Imelda's daughter. Now, there's a table where you pull up one side and you pull up the other side, and you lay it out. Now, Imelda said to me, got all this food out, and I said, this is a lovely spread, Vera. And she said to me, yeah, it's been ages since we've had both flaps out. So I had to put my head in salad, because Mike doesn't want you to laugh, doesn't want to come out of character. If you watch the film, Reg goes really quiet. And the reason I was really quiet was I was trying to stop myself because she had just said before that night, it's been ages since she had both flaps out. And whenever I see Imelda, she always goes to me, should we get both flaps out?
See you later, mate. Thank you, mate.
Oh, that's lovely, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's nice for you as well. This is going to be lovely.
I owe him so much when I was a kid, because I was, in many ways, I mean, what he was saying about the breakdowns of families and stuff, if it wasn't for him and his family and his mum, I would have been a bit all over the place, you know what I mean?
I feel really honoured that you brought me.
No, it was lovely for you to agree to it. I love dancing with him. When I'm organising my 50th, and my wife went, listen, it's not just, you got to talk to people, you can't just dance with Emmanuel all night long. All right. I was in a club in Hackney, and someone said, "Will you guys come and be extras in a movie?" And I said, I did this movie, and I saw Jamie Foreman do a scene, and I was a printer then, and I saw him do it, and I thought, God, that's great. He did it great, and I thought, I'd love to do that. So I just did, okay, so I said, that's what I want to do. And that was it.
That's how you became an actor?
Yeah.
Yes, mate.